In Munchkinland, the citizens rejoice at the death of the Wicked Witch of the West. Glinda the Good arrives to join the celebrations and recounts the witch's story. Born from an affair between Governor Throp's wife and a traveling salesman, the child was ostracized from birth due to her green skin. Raised by a kind nanny, a bear named Dulcibert, she endured a troubled childhood. When asked if she and the witch were friends, Glinda admits they knew each other during their school years. Years earlier, Elphaba Throp accompanied her paraplegic younger sister, Nessaros, to Shiz University. During her visit, Madame Morrible, the Dean of Sorcery Studies, notices Elphaba's magical abilities and offers private tutoring. Hoping to meet the Wizard of Oz and change her green skin, Elphaba accepts. She is dismayed, however, to be assigned bubbly and superficial Galinda Upland as her roommate, leading to constant clashes between the two. Elphaba befriends Dr. Dillamond, a talking goat and one of the last animal professors at Shiz. He faces mounting discrimination as animals are stripped of their rights and voices. Dillamond shares his fears at an off-campus meeting of animals, but Elphaba remains hopeful the wizard will intervene. Meanwhile, Fiyero Tigalar, a rebellious transfer student, organizes a trip to the Ozdust Ballroom. Galinda manipulates Bok, a cheerful munchkin smitten with her, into asking Nessaros to accompany him so she can attend with Fiyero. At the event, Galinda learns from a begrudging Morrible that she will be allowed to join the sorcery seminar at Elphaba's request. Elphaba arrives and is ridiculed for wearing a hat that Galinda gave her as a backhanded gift. A guilty Galinda dances with her and later gives her a makeover. The next day, Dr. Dillamon is removed from his position, and Professor Nikidik, his replacement, attempts a cruel experiment on a lion cub. Elphaba's magic fills the room with poppy dust, putting everyone to sleep except her and Fiyero. They free the cub and share a moment, though Elphaba is heartbroken that Fiyero seems to prefer Galinda. Elphaba is invited to meet the wizard, who has heard of her powers through Morrible. As Elphaba waits for the train, Fiyero arrives and wishes Elphaba good luck on her trip, and tells her he has been thinking a lot about the Lion Club and Dillamond. He gives her a poppy. Galinda, now adopting the name Glinda in honor of Dillamond's mispronunciation of her name, joins her on the journey at Elphaba's request. In the Emerald City, they affirm their friendship while exploring its sights. When Elphaba finally meets the wizard, she expresses a desire to help the animals instead of changing her appearance. Morrible arrives to witness Elphaba and the wizard's first meeting, and the two encourage Elphaba to read from the sacred Grimoire spellbook. Elphaba casts a levitation spell that causes the wizard's monkey guards to sprout wings, which the wizard and Morrible intend to use for spying. Elphaba discovers that the wizard, with Morrible's help, is orchestrating the persecution of animals to consolidate power. Realizing his lack of true magic, she steals the Grimoire and escapes. Glinda tries to convince Elphaba to reconcile with Morrible and the wizard, but Elphaba resolves to stop his plans. They part tearfully, with Glinda deciding to remain behind and Elphaba flying west on a levitated broom. Morrible brands Elphaba a wicked witch, spreading fear across Oz. At Shiz, the students evacuate and Fiyero flees on horseback. Governor Throp suffers a heart attack upon hearing the news, while Nessaros struggles to cope. From afar, Glinda watches Elphaba disappear as she flies into the horizon,